Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this, and they were curious how they got this 3D looking shadow on the outside and the inside. Really pretty easy. Let's make a rectangle. Let's make it a 15 inches. I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. I'm going to draw an ellipse, and I'm going to have it go right there. And watch this. If I put my nudge factor on 15, I can just make the plus key and move that over. Now, I'm going to take all these and I'm going to blend them 4 times. Now, I normally wouldn't do this, but because we're not using the circles per se, we're just using them to block the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to Control D, Alternate C, and have it rotate 90 degrees. So if you look, I'm going to have double group these together. Control D, Alternate C, I forgot to do, 90 degrees. And see, on the corners, I'm going to have double circles, but I don't care. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rectangle first and make a duplicate of that. And I'm going to just move it out of the way because I'm working in the center of the page. Now I can take this and fill it in with black. And there's our shape. So I can get rid of this, put this back. I'm going to go ahead and make it red, but then I'm going to make a duplicate of it and make it black and go up to Object, Order, Back of Page. Now I've still got the black selected, and I'll put my nudge factor on like 0.05. Now I've got the red selected. So, well, you know what? I can move them up instead of moving the black down. So I can just kind of mimic that shadow. Now, if I'm looking at this one closer, it's really going down more than it is to the side. So I'm going to just move that kind of over even. And what it's going to do is going to show on both sides. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm going to group that together and hit P to make sure it's in the center page. I'm going to take our circle or our square, holding down the Shift key to make it grow from the center. And I'll make it a blue, well, I've got to go to Object, Order, Front of Page. And the only reason that disappeared because I'd made it earlier. We're going to use a turquoise, but then I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate and make it black and go Object, Order, Back of Page. But I've still got the black selected, as you can see. So now I can move my black. I'm going to have to put the red to the back of the page now. And then I'm going to have to put there we go. And there's our shadow. Now I've got a turquoise line there I don't want. Matter of fact, I'm going to select it all and get rid of all the outline. Now, the only thing I did wrong is this shadow doesn't go to the edge of the box. So two things we could do. We could take this and just make our box unsquare. And there's ways to do it around. And this way you could make your shadow as big or little as you want. It's hard to move just a little bit. But anyway, oh man, that bugs me. I gotta move it. See, now it's too thick. We could actually use the, you know what? Let's do this. You can do this. Let's convert that object to a curve and then grab those nodes. Set your nudge factor real low, like 0.01. Grab those 2 nodes and just have them go up minutely, wherever you want them to. That's an okay logo. If they, I don't know if they need those exact colors, but they're easily done. You know, take the Color eyedropper tool would probably be the easiest. Take a sample of that. I don't know that a lot of times you have to click off this. Whoop, I didn't want that. Take a sample of that red. There we go. Now they're identical. Anyway, hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.